It's Fugcast! 1 part to 2 parts. Hi there! Opening a can of Kiss Arse, shaking hands with Paz, and sharing a currant bun with your Blester. Shaping plans to fit your needs, kneading your doughy face, and then leaving it to rise. Your sister's here, and there's more lies. I'm wearing 2 ties and 4 lensed glasses. I'll be going on an epic quest with old Muggins. Off the half-eaten track, we'll be gazing at my navel before disappearing into my a-hole. Owen Goal will be heard later. Do you like this drawing I've just done? It's supposed to be a middle-aged man staring at a blank piece of paper, but I think it looks more like a football pitch playing backgammon with a chest of drawers. What does it look like to you? Obviously you can't see it, but imagine that you can. In fact, forget what I've said and create your own imaginary picture. What shapes the paper? It can be either hexagonal, triangular, or even a nonagon, but it must be a multiple of 3. What you draw on it is up to you, but it must be either a circle drinking a can of Vimto, or a can of Vimto spilling tea on its laptop. And now sign your name at the bottom, and it can be any name you like, but it must be either Pam Crumbus or Pat Mumpus. Royce and Burzencarspel came to see me earlier, and he wasn't happy. He thinks I've been stealing his material, and he's right, I have. I've been constructing a nest using odds and ends I found on his allotment. You know, swede, carrots, stones, twigs, a child's shoe. He says he wants it all back or he'll take me to court again. But I don't respond well to threats, and so I'm staying put. Don't worry, I'm not on my own. I live with a cardboard cutout of Hulk Hogan. I'm just off foraging for worms, as I'm making dinner again.
Fugcast.
Now, I like to think as much as the next man, but I'm seriously thinking of giving it up. It's not doing me any good. You know, I'm like this, he's like that, she's like this. I've had enough. But wait a minute. What instead of thinking like that? I think like this. Ooh. Oi, hi, bzzz. Good. Yes, hello? Yes, that's fine. Okay, I'll carry on thinking.
I don't know now. Just cheat my wrong with it. I can't get the book.
Great. Obviously, proud moments. Walking onto that stage with my plonker out. Unforgettable. The whole room burst out of their collective shirt like the Amazing Hulk. Burst out laughing at my bunch of purple carrots. I've got 17 penis tattoos, a tattoo of a bunch of grapes on one butt cheek and a tattoo of a hand on the other one. When I'm twerking, it looks like the grapes are waving at the hand.
Lord Ezravi Mazrazine is a somatic teacher and practitioner of the 7 Waters method. He spends much of his time moving gently from side to side, and sometimes he moves in a circle. Lord Esmekjurfk, welcome to Fuckcast. Multiple pleasures for my humble selves indeed. Can you explain to our listener just what it is you do? Well, I think you summarised my activities quite nicely, Earthling. I spend most of my conventional time moving very subtly, almost imperceptibly. At the moment I'm doing a figure of 8 with the big toe of my right foot, but I'm also moving in a myriad of extra-dimensional, multi-directional ways. Alas, with your limited faculties you won't be able to perceive it. And what do you do? Well, I interview various semi-pretend aspects of myself, and that's what I'm doing. You bore me, Earthman, and I am beyond your comprehension. I do not think this meeting will bear octahedronal fruit, but I could be wrong. I have been wrong just once before. When was that? I was moving my eyebrows in a very complex algorithmic pattern and clapping along to the Archers theme tune when I had a lapse in concentration and went slightly out of time. It was a mistake, that's for sure. Not really the same as being wrong, though, is it? Have you ever said anything that turned out not to be true? Everything I say is true, one way or another, mortal. If I say the sky is blue, is that not true? If I say apples are nice to eat, is that not also true? Flowers are pretty, books are interesting, and the night is black. Do you object to any of these observations? Or are they all self-evident? Well, I mean, I could argue that not all apples are interesting and that the night isn't always pretty, but I see your point. No, you don't. You think you do, but all that you think is merely a reflection of something I've said. I'm spitting dried peas into your tin teacup of a head and they're rattling around and around. You're something I dreamt up to amuse myself, but I grow tired and may soon burst you like an overripe speech bubble. Well, before you do that, have a look at this, would you? By jingo, what is that? Works every time. I showed him a picture of my ex-wife Jean-Anne IV, a being so highly complex and utterly incomprehensible that just looking at a picture of her on my smartphone can completely dissolve one's prefrontal cortex. My survival tactic was to completely ignore her very existence, and that's why we're not together anymore.
Soppy stories.
I'll have the waterman salad followed by the chicken Collins, then the tart Montgomery for Pud. Good choice, sir. May I recommend the Swiss cobbler as your dining companion? I'd rather have the Belgian watchmaker, thank you. And where will sir be dining? Perhaps the old abandoned mine. No, I'll go for the bomb crater, or... Maybe sir might enjoy the elephant graveyard. Are you taking the piss, mate? And quick as a flash I pull out a hat pin and pop him. Another waiter drifts over, and I pop him too. The inflatable manager floats my way to see what the problem is, but I've had enough and I'm out the blowhole and into my dinghy. Now, where did I put that onion sandwich? Onion sandwich, onion sandwich, onion sandwich, onion sandwich, onion sandwich, onion sandwich. Psst! Over here! Hey, how's it going? It's me, I'm in disguise. It's very simple. I just slick my hair back and keep my eyebrows permanently raised. And that's it, really. I look like a surprised wise guy, you know, like... What the fuck? Do you remember that scene in Last of the Gooseberries when El Vandor gets mayonnaise all over his blouse and he's like, what the fuck? Classic. That was Bob Scorsese's last good film. Did you see his recent one, The Scottish Man? It was okay, but a bit too short for me. It was only about 20 seconds long. Good script, though. Bob sent me a copy. Originally, he wanted me to play the Dame, but I couldn't be asked. So he got Cindy Waterhouse instead. She wasn't very good. I'll tell you what, I'll give you my synopsis, and then you don't need to bother watching it. Melton Merle Bullablurum. Melton Merle Bullablurum. Melton Bullablurum. Melton Bullablurum. 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 Melton Bullablurum is a CGI cop standing on the corner of 10th and 11. Melton Bullablurum is a CGI cop standing on the corner of 10th and 11th, next to the tree statue. Opposite Porpoisoip's Bagels. He turns around very, very slowly to face the... And that's it. I mean, it was okay, but not much happens.
Jazz!
Well, that's all we've got time for today. Remember that if you like me, then visit fugwodge.com. Do take care, and above all else...
Right!